The federal government has placed high premium on improving productivity of organizations and individuals, creating job opportunities for about 2.5 million youths and building an investment-friendly environment to revamp the country's economy. Research conducted by the National Productivity Center on the country's productivity rate and contribution of technology to the nation's economy between 1991 to 2020 shows a negative sign. The study also associates the country's struggling economy to the low impact of technology. The National Productivity Center is saddled with a responsibility for conducting research and training to improve productivity in the country. But how much of this pivotal role it is playing? The new head of the center will speak to us on the spot. I am Joseph Otsem. Welcome to the program. Now, my guest is a seasoned administrator and politician described as a grassroots mobilizer and empowerment advocate. His ability played out mainly while heading key public offices, including serving as the senior special advisor to the governor of Kano State on garment industries between 2012 and 2019, Majority Leader, Kano State House of Assembly, 2015 to 2019, Managing Director, Kano Road and Traffic Agency, 2019 to 2023, and Managing Director, Kano State Consumer Protection Council in 2021, and also served as Chairman Task Force on Eradication of Illegal Structures between 2021 to 2024. Just recently, he bagged a honorary doctorate degree award from the American Management University, California, London. On the spot is the Director General of the National Productivity Center, Baffa Baba Dan Agundi. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Let me say first, congratulations. You're one of the new persons the president find fit to erect into his cabinet for based on what he wants to achieve, getting his 8 pillars. Now, you're coming to the National Productivity Center. I know the past 2 DGs I've worked with were people who went through the ranks. They have been there for a long day, know every environment within there. You are coming in more or less as someone from the outside into the center. Now I'm sure you have had a view of the mandate of the place. How challenging is that to you?
I thank you for having me today. And let me start by thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for sparing my life to be here with you today, and to thank the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for reporting his confidence in me to give me this appointment. He really have done something great to my life, and throwing a challenge to me, because he said to me, come and bring something on board that will both make Nigeria productive, will make the people of Nigeria productive. It's not a small tax, it's a very big tax, and indeed a very challenging one. Like you rightly said, when I took over, I understood that the immediate first 2 DGs rose through the ranks, so they will know a lot better than I do. But however, I don't see it as a challenge, because the first thing I do is to make them my friends. I visited, we handed over with Dr. Raji, who we up till now continue to communicate, and he's guiding me on so many things. At the same time, I went to Dr. Raji to get a guidance on what is all about this center, what it entails, how can I achieve. So the same thing, I've made an appointment. This is just 3 months of my appointment, and I arranged to see all the previous DGs that are alive to tap from their experience as well. Doing that, I think, will produce the best DG ever, because I'm tapping from the experience of all of them. Okay. Despite that, I didn't rise through the rank of the agency. So it's not really challenging to me. It is a challenging, but not to see something that you cannot tackle, something that you cannot deliver. Right. I pray and I hope I will be the best DG there. I've started on a very good note.
Okay, if definitely when someone look at your profile, working in the Kano State garment industry and so many other things that you have achieved, for people who know you, they call you a performer. So obviously you are not, you're familiar with what productivity is all about. How much of the experience that you have had, based on where you have worked in the past, do you believe will help you in this particular center?
Definitely the experience I have in the past will help the center grow. And it has started yielding result. Number one, when I came on board, I adopt every measures put in place by my immediate predecessor to continue with those plans and add those I can. Instead of saying, I'm a new person, let me bring my entire new idea into the place, which before they understand me, it can be something else. We'll take another, the government is already 1.5 years now. It will take us another 6 months to start mending into my own kind of idea. So I said, let us go on with the program you've already started for 2024. They enroll their plans for 2024, which I grab and continue with, and begin to improve on those plans. For instance, I work under a very tense environment during my Karota period, and consumer protection is an enforcement agencies, two enforcement agencies where people don't even understand, you don't listen to anything, but you just use force to make them understand that what they are doing is wrong. So the people I work with there, I get to know that incentives is a key to growth. Yeah. Incentives are key to productivity. When we went for operations, we come back, everybody has his allowances that he will take home there and then. Not to say come tomorrow and take this. No, before I go for any operation, I make sure that allowances of my staff that are going with me for that particular operation, from the driver to the last person that is going with me, a director, he has some allowances to take home with. So that stops corruption, that stops leakages of information to where we are going on operation, and that increase our productivity, increase our revenue base. So I carry the same formula and adopt here as part of what I bring new. One, okay, I get to understand you can travel and come and process your per diem, which can take up to 1, 2, 3 weeks. And I said, no. Anybody that is going on an assignment should have his entitlement before going, especially the junior officers, the drivers, and so many other PR that I introduce into the system. So by doing that, I get to understand a lot of staff there are very much happy, and they are coming up with new ideas, and shaping the ones I made in place and accepting my own, understanding me very quickly. So bringing those experience into the center is helping me shape the place. We are beginning to shape the place more and more. The two immediate DJs you mentioned, Dr. Ako. Dr. Ako has done a tremendous work to that center. He has done very well. He's virtually the main man who did a lot for the center. Anybody who is coming to ride on his back, and Raji as well, who was the director there and now also play his role.
Okay, before you go back deep into what they did,
yes,
I was at that's the 2024 National Productivity Summit, where a current minister described the center as a sleeping giant. For him, he says the center needed to be engaging more organizations in terms of trying to know their productivity rate, involving them, to teaching them how to on productivity tools and techniques, and so on and so on. And he described it as a sleeping center. They say, if this center works very well, Nigeria economy will be flying high because of the high rate of productivity. What you have seen so far, because you said you know what these past two DGs have done, how do you feel listening to such a statement? You think that was right?
He's right in a way.
Okay.
Because if this center really implement its core mandate, yes, the productivity of this country will be something else. But why is it a sleeping giant? The act that produced this center, probably before they do the act, they did not understand the magnitude
of its
responsibilities. Because as I am talking to you now, between 3 months and now, I wrote to different agencies. Almost 1,000 letters have gone out to different agencies, but we get responses from less than 50 agencies. And you do not have any power to say, I'm penalizing you because you did not respond to what we are asking you. And all we are asking is your productivity activities, level of productivity, level of implementation of government policies. That is what will determine your productivity. Some of this
that's what can be used to equally measure you too.
Exactly. Some of these agencies, we do not even ask them to say, tell us this or that. We have seen what they are doing, and we wrote to them, say, don't do A, do B. It's a better option for you as per the government policy, because some can deviate from the main government policy. So the act needs to be amended to say, give National Productivity Center all they require, and failure to do that, so penalty will be meted on you. So if we can have that, I tell you, everybody will run. And that is why the president has seen it, very intelligent man, to say he's creating the office of the coordinating special advisor on policy, Dr. Hadiza Bala Usman. This is all about the productivity assignments, the mandates. Tell me what you are doing. Show me your scorecard. These are all we're supposed to put hands together and do.
That's right. Okay, before we go deep into what the president, expectations from the president for that center, we'll take a little break now and come back to continue with the discussion.
Advertising your goods and services on the right channel gives you an edge over your competitors. NTA News 24 has all the platforms for your target audience.
Welcome back to On the Spot with Director General of the National Productivity Center, Baffa Agundi. Before we went on that break, we were talking about some of the expectations of the president. Have you communicated with the president or any of his aides as in what he's expecting from you at that center?
I've not communicated to the president, and as you know, all our communications are through the Honorable Minister. And I happen to work with the State Minister, Our Excellency Honorable Dr. Nkiruka, who we started work just recently. And we have discussed a lot of ways forward of this center. So I believe she has briefed the president on what I think we should do, because I heard the president saying something that I have mentioned, that we can create a 1 million job under the agency with the collaboration of the Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment. He made mention of some of those things I discussed with the minister. So my belief is the minister has briefed the president, and I hope we will get time to brief him personally with my minister, and whatever we have, the directives we might have, I'm sure we'll use it to implement our policies.
Okay, let's delve deeper into what you intend to bring on the table. Recently, you appointed and the Minister of State for Labor in Nkiruka inaugurated the Presidential Aid on Productivity, and that was your initiative, and then the minister also bought it. Now, for other Nigerians out there, they want to know, this is a center that works within its own self, but now you have brought people from also outside in, and then they will now be wondering what is the caliber of these persons and what role they will actually play. Speak to us on the caliber and their responsibility. Let's know.
Okay. Thank you for this opportunity. It's a very good one because it touches both the main mandate of this agency as well as the political angle of APC and the president's agenda of making sure he support the party members, give back to party members who help him. Like me, he appointed me as a Nigerian first, as a person who believe he can deliver at the center, and as well as an APC grassroots man who helped in securing the success of the election he won. Now, I look at it like this. Most of us that are appointed in different positions, if we equally look at people that are productive within our party and Nigerians that can help in shaping up the country's economy, making it more productive, that will help a lot in one, the complaints, crises of party men that are saying, I'm not carried along, I'm not being given what I am supposed to be given, A, B, C, D, blah, 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 blah. That will reduce that kind of complaint. That will make other party members to believe something is coming to them. And you educate them on how to be more productive of themselves, to improve in the Nigeria's economy, not becoming liability as we used to just take things and share to them. No, guide them on how they can be productive and be on their feet and help the growth of the country's economy. For instance, the president has shared rice and so many food items to different households. In our own case, we say, okay, we'll not just give you that rice or food items distributed by the president, but we want to guide you on how can you use those food items in terms of making your life different from somebody who will just go and eat that food and finish and come back to you. You have a rice? Okay, what do we augment you with? Plus A, B, C, D, that you start your little business at home, especially women. So we take a litmus test of these 7 states to see how can we make them productive, these young men and women productive. We are replicating it all over Nigeria.
Okay.
So we give them this appointment and we started working with them. The first thing we did, we worked with Rahama Integrated Farms Limited and took from Jigawa 50 young people from the state and gave them 10 hectares of land. As I'm talking to you, they are praying for the president, they are praying for me, they are praying for the system, and they believe this thing is the best thing they can do with their lives. They never know they can be this productive. We support them with grains, we support them with fertilizer, we support them with palm implements that they hire. We didn't give them the money. We pay for the implements that work for them. Now they are taking their own share and returning what we give them as loan. Out of 50, 32 return their loan we have given to them.
That's a good number.
And the rest are coming on board. They promised within this week because they are processing. We are monitoring. We have not had any failure yet. And the next thing is by January, they will start the wheat production. And they will do that on their own. We'll only supervise them what they do. So we are going to do the same thing in the nursery we started, and by extension, if we can prove to the president that this is what we did, then we request for his support to do the same across the country. We have international donors that have come forward to partner with us. We have signed memorandum with about 5 international donors now who are ready to support us, and one has started, and this is the result within just 3 months.
Okay.
We have Accolade Dynamics. This Accolade Dynamics, they signed a memorandum of understanding with us. What they will do is to create platform for the young NYSC graduates. They have over 10,000 different companies worldwide with their CBs and requirement. They will guide them on the application of the CBs of those companies, what they need, the requirement for you to be in that company, how you can be there. So you take it and do it yourself. It's a skill acquisition that you teach yourself online.
Okay.
And you apply. they are their agents. So those accolade dynamics, they'll help us in getting jobs to these young Nigerians.
It's okay.
Without a penny coming from the government.
All right, we have so much to talk about that. I think we'll do that on other platform. We are running short of time here.
Yeah.
All right, so thank you so much for being on the spot.
Thank you very much. I thank you, Nigerians, and we promise to make you proud of what the president has given us the mandate on. Thank you.
All right. And thank you to viewer for always being there. I'll see you on the next episode. Bye-bye.